Let's see if I can. I don't want to see
It's watching me.
It's wide angle so it gets everybody in.
It needs to be a wide angle with me at the moment.
Yeah.
Right.
Session 63, whoop whoop.
6 more sessions. Nice.
Nice.
That's it. We can officially terminate at that point when you've done it.
Right. Do you want me to read my notes?
Well, you can do. I have notes, but you can.
Well, we can go with your notes if you want for a change.
Alternate.
So we started with the Forgotten Prisoner. We returned to the Rose early evening, and Marmite Steve was behind the bar. Has someone to introduce to someone, Pat Marita, Stowball's neighbour. A time-sensitive package for him. Gave meal and a drink on the house. Stowball and Roland exchanged places.
Because I was staying back at the castle with your sister.
Yeah.
And so Roland's now gone back there.
Mm-hmm.
So I can deal with this package.
Mm-hmm.
And I've got Stowball chats to Josephine about why the island safest place under this sun, travelling would make her go to pieces. Originally a lighthouse at the end of the peninsula. Continue if you like.
Mm-hmm.
And then we had the mysterious rune. Miyagi walking back together to the condo complex, discussing cats. A 1 hour gentle stroll. We went to a mum and pop coffee shop. I managed to get that out.
No, I've got that in big important letters.
There was a bad smell at the complex, and I'm not sure why, but could it be a cat in a vent? -1 to everything as failed smell check. Package. I want to say contagious paper, fancy writing addressed to him. Oh.
There's an invitation.
Yeah. Smell stronger in Stowball's flat. Only 3 cats playing cat chess. Now where I can't. Oh. Repurposed shoebox. Something purple fancy on the inside. An invitation to the funeral of Marcus Categorica.
Chalkboard mark.
Chalkboard mark in 1 week's time. Cat lady comes out more wild than before with Fluffy. Something calling it random names. She's worried, and then the cat card came out. Maggie going to look at the vents. It doesn't end well for him. It stinks of poop, venom from puncture, poison from magically created or summoned creature. Shakes in door, black, brown, red. Can't read mine right. Something isms, cliffhanger, one to spare.
Anything to add, David?
Oh, hawk isms. Hawk.
No, I think that's pretty much it. I've got here, package is the something thing that we made and sphere to catapult to the Invisible Sun. Miyagi's dead.
Something welfare.
Yeah, a poisonous form of
Magically created.
that's it, or summoned creature. Eyeless. Can't read that second word. Black and brown, red bands, cliffhanger. Sneck. Eyeless Sneck.
Snake indoors.
That's it.
That's
Eyeless
it.
Sneck.
Snakes.
I love it.
Black, brown, and red. Hawk. Somethings.
I don't have it all
Bombs.
together.
Hawk bombs. There we go. It was a clean
Oh, it's a vomit!
hawk bombs. There we go.
So the first card of the evening is the Lucky Coin, which is the 4 of Notions.
Doctor's not here for all that.
Something good is coming. It's likely nothing one planned on or was expecting, and it can come in many forms: success, money, or the elimination of a problem. The Lucky Coin is a positive card turn, as it suggests that the person in question has perhaps less structure weighing upon them than they thought. Fewer strings for the marionette, so to speak. They're more free than they believe, free to act and do as they please. Game narrative. An NPC comes into a great deal of wealth. A group of wild, unfettered individuals is involved in the matters at hand.
Basically us.
Yeah, so what had happened is that the cat lady's cats had been like disappearing one by one, so she's only got 3 of them and Fluffy left.
Yeah.
The whole of the complex just smells of excrement. It's not dead cat, it's human excrement.
Tis poop.
Oh,
I've got that written.
Just poop.
Yeah.
Poop.
Yeah, I got poop.
And Miyagi had kind of gone up a step ladder into one of the vents to look what was there, and then something bit him. He collapsed over backwards, dead really quickly, and then one of you saw this kind of large headless, oh not headless, eyeless snake.
Isn't a headless snake just a hose?
worm.
Just a neck. Are they heads with long thin bodies, or heads on necks with no bodies?
Yeah. Is it a head with a long neck and a tiny tail,
Yeah.
or a head with a tiny neck and a very long tail?
Yeah.
My poor brain.
And you hear kind of like slithering and rattling, and there's a kind of noise, and then there's a gust, and again the smell of excrement coming out of the fence. It's another wave.
Poop snack.
Is it a Christmas poop?
Pardon?
It's
not-
the stripes.
Is
They're
it?
brown and red?
Is it a no step on snack? Snack.
It's more like an adder shaped head,
No,
but with no eyes. There's no, from the very brief glance that you caught of it, there was no nostrils. It was just like, if you were to imagine
Is it a June worm?
No, it's an actual snake with a jaw and everything, but if you were to mould it out of Play-Doh or plasticine, and the plasticine was made of poop.
Okay.
Fine. Nice.
Nice.
Oh no! Such a shame that Roland is all the way back at the safe place.
What are you guys doing?
So it's,
Roland is enjoying a not poop burrito and some coffee.
so it's moved on.
Yeah, it's
But
rattled.
literally, Miss Miyagi's just died in front of us.
Yeah.
Hawk's looking at Miyagi. Nope, there's no saving it.
Is there any saving him though? Could we bring him back?
He's
Very recently dead. Is not actually dead.
He's only mostly dead.
Slightly old.
Yeah, but, but like a,
Suck the poop down the mountain.
What do you have that you? How do you propose you would attempt to bring him back?
I think I've got anything that would check the stuff. I think there is anything.
Is it wrong that I've got the Woody "there's a snake in my boots" thing stuck in my head right now? What, we're 4 minutes into the game and I've got you.
Yeah,
We're going well.
that would have been hot chocolate over your character sheet, not coffee.
I don't know why I'm looking to see what I can do. I'm not there.
Where are you with your thingy from Metaphor?
I'm not
I
there.
know.
I'm literally not there.
No. No. I could inhabit him. But I don't think that's a good draw of spirit. Don't think that's going to keep him
Oh,
awake.
okay. I've got an idea.
We've got health and obstacles. So this is a pretty big obstacle health could overcome.
It is.
I can move 3 together now, can't I?
Yeah.
Right.
On time.
I'm just throwing this out there as a possibility. We've got our dragonflies, so you can speak to me because we're on the same plane. Am I able to use my forte abilities at a distance?
No, generally speaking, you need to be able to
Alright, I'm out.
sense.
Yeah. I think we're just going to have to face it.
No, I'm going to try to bring him back.
Just you phone me up. Oh, he's been bitten, and then I use my unreliable narrator thing, going, was he though?
You got to do that.
Is it though?
Okay, what you doing?
I'm going to make a magic. What's it?
Weave
Yes.
Yep.
It's been a long time.
has since you cast a spell.
It is.
Yeah.
We've had other important stuff to do.
Exactly.
We're less interested in spells and more interested in exotic foods.
Exactly.
We're going to have to go to that fancy restaurant again at some point.
Why, oh why didn't I create Jay Rayner?
No. Michel Jr. Unctuous.
So I have practiced weave already of time health,
Okay.
which I think is about mainly about restoring my health.
Yeah.
But I could weave it in with something else to, because it's already practiced a bit. That would make it easier, maybe.
Yeah.
So, and then as I say, if I mix in obstacles with it, maybe purpose. Purpose to make it, rather than focusing on the problem, focusing on the solution.
Okay.
So to slow whatever it is that's done this, to fix the health, to give them purpose to live.
Okay. So what do you want to bring him back for? You owe you money, hey?
He was loved. Love.
To
Who's going to fix
Blythe.
her toilet when his toilet when it goes?
As we all know, to Blythe means to bluff. Why, do you owe you money or something? Okay. The base difficulty is 13 for bringing somebody back from the dead.
Okay. I might have got them on my own.
Okay. So it's difficulty 13.
Yeah.
It's a level 13 effect. So it'll cost you 13 sorcery.
Okay.
You it is green magic, so that's not affected at the moment. Silver is double boosted. Are you notions? How are you?
That's you.
Mirrors, mysteries.
Mysteries. Okay, so there's nothing there. You practiced, so that'll bring it down to a 12.
I have expansive endeavour.
That means you can spend up to 3 bene rather than 1 on a task.
Okay.
You're going to be rolling 1 extra die as standard. You can spend a sorcery.
You can take a nip of your flask.
Yeah, that'll bring it down to 11.
Okay.
You can spend intellect, up to 3 intellect bene to drop it down.
Oops. Yes, I'm going to spend 2, drop it down to 9.
Yep. And you can spend hidden knowledge.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, and hidden knowledge will bring it down
Just one
to
in,
8.
one, two.
Yeah. So you've got 1.
So a little rubber.
What's one in this box?
Yeah. And you can spend a sortilege to have an extra red die, should you so desire.
I shall. Do I spend sorcery on this?
Yeah.
When do I spend sorcery?
Now.
How many?
13, because it's a level 13 effect.
Four. 8.
Just right.
9, 10.
Oh, can I spend some sorcery to help her?
Only one sorcery can be spent per action.
Oh, okay.
So either
So
you
she's already done it.
spend one or she spends one.
Oh, okay.
And what were we after? Was it 8s or 9s?
No.
No, I think it was 8, wasn't it? Yeah, we brought it down to 8. Okay?
Yep.
Okay.
9.
Okay.
7 and 2.
Fantastic. So he so he's kind of lying there and he's got this bite mark just on his cheek, and it starts, you kind of reach in, use obstacles to kind of break down the obstacle of the poison, and then time to wind back its effects, and then you start taking health in and then wind time forward to healing back up again. It's got very much that effect from Doctor Strange when he's doing the apple thing, and you kind of wind it backwards, and as you're winding it backwards, this poison is kind of seeping out of the bite marks, and you can see the kind of, you know, that effect where you see the black going through the veins, that kind of goes backwards. But as it's weeping out, it is a mix of shit and semen drizzling at the side.
Ew.
Not pleasant is what I'm going to write in my book.
I'm going to write poop and seed.
And wasn't that the plot of The Martian? Got your back.
Well played.
And yeah, and then the wound, the bite marks heal up, and he lurches upright, screams, reaches up, touches this wound, looks at it, and probably faints.
He's not dead.
Yep.
So the end card means not too much more of that, doesn't
Yeah.
it? So I don't love too much more of this whole scene thing. Not
Okay.
sure what's going on. But also, how do we know that that's what it is?
It's got that kind of pearlescent look.
Okay.
I think
Now-
we should try and take him back into his
Yeah.
flat and
Yeah.
make him comfortable and get him a cup of tea and
Yeah.
some shot of whiskey or something.
Yeah.
Slight diversion, but what you've just said there just made me think of a John Oliver line. There are only 3 liquids that can help somebody get pregnant. A nice glass of Merlot, the honey tones of Barry White, and good old-fashioned jizz.
Almost bad as such. In my many pockets, do I have something potentially that could help him feel a little better?
Quite possibly. So the second card
A moist towelette would probably help.
Yeah.
is the Relentless Rumour. Which is the
I thought
3
somebody had snuff.
secrets.
But I had a snuff box, but I can't see that I had a snuff box.
Secrets, ravens, books and flame. Meanings endless, half-truths, incessant drives and ruthlessness. Relentless rumours suggest an ongoing action. If one is hoping for a resolution, there's none to be found here. It also indicates that there's something involved. A fact, a person, a device, and a spell that cannot be entirely relied upon.
Ooh.
You can tell as you're kind of helping Miyagi up, your Borno vision or something is like flashing when you look at him. Not that it's a threat, but there's like definitely a countdown timer over his head. And it's like counting down, and it's one of those big long seconds ones, and it starts off 1 year, 1 day, and then it started counting down.
What?
As in, he is going to die in 1 year and a day.
He's on borrowed time. You brought him back, but
Oh. Okay.
So maybe we did have to find Miracle Max to...
What?
Or if there's some sort of android with a positronic brain that, you know, we can just put into...
I'm not sure that's entirely what happens in Bourne films and Bourne Vision. And
But it's
can I
your...
see Lifetime was on everybody now?
No, it's just because you've kind of got a connection with him because you've
So it's left.
woven your spell onto him.
it's got a spell on you.
How you mad?
You kind of sit there and twiddle your hair and he starts walking around like Rakakuni.
Have you seen this film?
What, Ratatouille?
No, Rakakuni, which is Everything Everywhere All at Once.
No.
Yeah,
You need to.
yeah.
It's already right at the top of my list of films to watch.
Watch it without alcohol or drugs because it's got enough of that. And I was like, how did anybody
The
think
amount
of
of
this?
passive
like,
weed
the
smoking I've
drugs.
been doing because of whoever lives downstairs.
Oh really?
It's horrendous.
Because they're trying to cover up the smell with incense, and that just makes it worse. I think I'd just be happy with the weed smell, but it's the fact that they're trying to cover it up with a flowery incense smell. It's just like...
Yeah. So he kind of staggers back to his flat between the pair of you, and you sort out
Whiskey.
tea, whiskey.
Clearing up, I think Hawk wants to clean up the wound, as grim as that is.
Yeah.
More towelette just there for Dave.
Yeah.
You find a gym sock for just the purpose.
Oh!
Can you read this back next session, which might be again in a few months?
Have
be
you
like,
just written down gym
"What?"
sock as a name?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a good name.
Myself. I don't know what I'm doing.
It's James Stocking, but his mates call him Jim Stock.
I feel like with a drag queen named like Jemima Stock.
Yeah. And get him tea. Yeah, he says, you know, I was looking in there, it smelled absolutely terrible, and then he just lunged out of the darkness at me. I don't know what you did, but thank you so much. Thank you so much.
What had happened before that, as he told us afterwards?
No, he'd come here to say that there was a time-sensitive package.
Yeah, but this has been going on for a while, this
Mhm.
smell and this stuff. Because
Oh,
he'd been looking around it and stuff.
yeah. Well, the smell had been getting worse and worse and worse, but and her cats have been disappearing. I'm guessing it's those things that have taken them and killed them.
Those things, multiple.
Well, it sounded like there was a lot of them.
Oh, good. How large was the one that was so peaceful?
Well, the two fang marks were about that far apart. So
Okay,
that's
so we're only
quite.
talking like this big.
It was, well, it was girthy.
11 inches.
That one will be a danger to shipping when it gets out. when I read this back, this is not going to make any sense. I've got the single line, potentially many poo snakes.
I've put Hawk cleans up wound with gym sock. Thanks, Dave.
It's a suggestion. You don't have to take it on board.
No, it came into the ether, therefore it's.
Out of the noosphere, just something pops in your head. Gym sock.
Yep. That's it.
It's like in Return of the Jedi. Everybody thinks that Mon Mothma says that many Bothans died.
Yeah.
It's one dude. Manny both hands.
Oh. Yeah. These I don't know what they are, but they need sorting out.
Okay.
The poo snakes.
Oh, the blue snakes.
Or just never go back to your apartment ever again.
Nuke from orbit.
What?
Thank you, everyone. Nuke from orbit.
Do you have a homeowners association? Do you want to get them involved? Who's the supervisor? Oh wait, it's Miyagi.
Is this that film that I told you about and you didn't believe it existed, and then I showed you it did, and you're like, oh yeah, that film, and then I bought you the film. There's aliens, and then they got infected, and then they had like explosive diarrhea with snakes that came out of their bums and then kind of ate things.
What?
She mocks us. This is her brain.
The only film that's even slightly ringing a bell with is Slither. That one with Nathan
I
Fillion.
bought you it recently.
Oh yeah.
In the
That's
last
a
2
good
years. That's recently. In the last 2 years.
Okay.
I bought you a film on disc. She didn't believe me it existed. And it was a Stephen King story.
With poo snakes.
Yeah.
I don't know.
And the guy locks himself in his mind, which is like an office. And you didn't
No.
remember last
I-
time as well.
Is that any bells? The Tommy Knockers?
It's like alone or mountain or some stupid word that doesn't mean anything.
Alone means something, and mountains don't exist. Who are you to believing in mountains?
There was a book. There's a sequel to Cujo called Rattlesnake.
So Cujo is about the dog.
Yeah.
Rattlesnake is about the cider.
Not Steve Austin?
Dreamcatcher.
I don't know Dreamcatcher.
Friends are on a camping trip to go to the town that they're vacating is plagued by an unusual fashion of parasitic aliens from outer space.
I don't remember you.
I
Did you?
bought it for you.
Okay. It sounds
Yeah.
epic.
I think it sounds like it's a Stephen King thing, doesn't narrow it down. He writes like 3 books a year. I can't keep on top of all of them. Although the other day I was reminded of Needful Things, that was really, really good.
If we sort it out, I'll fancy having a watch of that, because that
Yeah, because
sounds...
that's like his mind palace where
It's got Damien Lewis in it.
and they
It's
all,
got Damien Lewis in it.
Yeah.
Hello. Was that Richard E. Grant?
yeah. But then they get sick and have diarrhea.
Suddenly.
Okay.
Yeah. It's true effort, actually. So it's a real thing, but apparently it's not based on
No.
that. So
Can't be based on it, because I don't remember having watched it.
I don't think you did, because you didn't believe me it existed, and I proved it to you. And then I
Screenplay
bought
was
you the
written by
film,
Stephen
and then you
King.
didn't watch it, apparently.
Oh, okay.
Screenplay was written by Stephen King.
See?
Okay.
I'm right.
It's got Morgan Freeman, Thomas
Yes.
Jane, Johnny Wahlberg, Damien
Yeah.
Lewis. Oh god, a
And I named some of the
Timothy
people I
Oliphant,
actually
Thomas
knew.
Jane combo. Why have I not seen this?
It's horrendous.
Jason Lee.
The eyebrows on Morgan Freeman.
Jason Lee, as in the guy who played Bruce Lee in the biopic.
Jason Lee as in
Oh, as in him. Oh no, I was thinking of Jason Scott Lee.
Damien
Anyway,
Lewis, Timothy
back to the poo
Oliphant
snake.
and
Mhm.
Sorry, so it's not based
Tom
on those.
No.
Oh,
Is it?
Oh,
have a moment. It's a hot film.
You had an episode.
The question that I've got, I'm not there. I'm just
Yeah.
trying to get it right in my head. So, is this like just a snake that, for some reason, has got a rather kind of like poopy kind of odor, or is it literally a poop with fangs? It's a poop with fangs, isn't it?
Who's created a poop with fangs? Who do we know in this universe that would be that grim?
So I'm kind of thinking if it's like in the air ducts and things, it possibly have come out of the toilets and will come back up the toilet. This is why I got that's how the aliens were.
I'm gonna, I don't know, intellect.
Exactly. I didn't want to go to use the bathroom for a while after watching that film.
You can both attempt a difficulty 11 intellect-based task revolving around knowledge of this kind of fecomancy.
Oh no!
Is that why you've done it? Just so you
Oh,
can
I
use that
definitely don't. I
phrase?
don't have
No.
11 swordage, so. Oh no, the target's 11.
Yeah.
Bugger it, let's give it a go.
Do we both have to do it, or to command us to?
Either, you can both have a go,
I'll give it a go, so
kind of racking your brains about things. So,
10.
so 11 brings it down to 10.
Add a dice.
Hidden knowledge can bring some down. Secrets is enhanced at the moment, so if either of you are secrets, you get +1.
It's me.
Hidden knowledge.
And you
I
can.
don't actually know how much hidden knowledge I own. I have 13 written there, but whether that's legit or
I don't
not.
think you've used any.
Oh, okay. No, I haven't, so.
So we're down for 10.
So you went 11,
Yeah.
1 intellect, bring it down to 10.
Yeah.
Hidden knowledge, bring it down to 9.
Yeah.
What's the other one you spent there?
Mine,
Sorted to give you extra
Yeah.
dice, so that's 9s.
and then 6, and then secrets. Which is
Yeah.
extra. So mine would be 8.
Yep.
Oh, don't let me down. It's 2 seconds, nothing. Gotcha.
Did you take a hit of the
Encouragement flask.
I could do that, break it down to 7. 2.
Yeah? Yep. That's fine. Not drinking. You
scatomorphology?
recall that when you were at university,
That's something I do remember from
well,
university.
yeah, just around the edge, that there were some spells kind of tied to the dark, and there was one that you kind of briefly looked at, and you saw the requirements for the ritual, which involved the spellcaster having to defecate and then release onto it, and it conjured a servant.
I have ritual required poop and jerk. That's literally what I've written down. Poop and jerk. 2 cast.
It's like the clean and jerk, but in reverse.
Yep.
You know, it went on for some great length and detail,
Yeah.
but you kind of stopped.
Stopped at that point.
You stopped and you thought, potentially not likely to be able to
No.
even think about this, and offended your sensibilities.
So this is kind of like 2 sorcerers, 1 cup.
This is the girl who will quite happily take all the drugs in the world, but jerk over some poop. Although that is a line. Yeah. You may have to go to the library, or at least the university, because I need to find a book. I'm going to have to go and get over my sensibilities and go read that thing, I think. You're quite happy to join me, or I will go at my own.
No, I know how we beat it.
Do you?
No, not even remotely what I was thinking. I heard that snicker.
No, because I remember the scene from the exact film.
from the... What?
From Dogma.
Yeah, no. That's not what I'm thinking.
Okay.
I'm thinking really good. We're going to possibly need to go to like raise your chameleon or something.
Yeah.
And get some ingredients, because what we need to do to defeat it is to simply knock up some stool hardeners, chuck them at them, and then they will solidify, like, be petrified, like the Gorgon, and then it's fine.
Hopefully the main camera will catch what your eyebrows are doing there, because that's really quite impressive.
What are your eyebrows doing?
I could never have Botox, that's for sure. Too expressive. Yeah. No. I don't understand what you're...
They are snakes made of poop.
Yeah.
Yes. So stool hardeners
Yeah.
will solidify them, and they will like turn to kind of... It's like petrifying them.
Oh, yeah, I guess.
Coprolith.
Oh.
And now you remember that exists.
Yeah.
I was gonna see what the spell could be about before we considered, why
Freeze
would
them.
they do it? Freeze poops. No, I
It's in Terminator films. Nitrogen, carbon.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, no, that. But when you said Terminator films, I don't remember a scene where they freeze a poop in Terminator. Hasta la vista.
Oh, crikey. Sorry for the side thing, but I watched Terminator Dark Fate the other day. It's wonderful.
I think it's
Absolutely
really
wonderful.
good.
And I had to tell them that the day that I warned them about was coming, and that I would not be back. Right in the feels.
It's a seriously good film.
Yeah.
Like, I thought Genesis had some good ideas, but it was executed really, really badly. But Dark Fate, I thought was brilliant, and like that opening,
Yeah.
it was really, really good.
Yeah. So
When Roland becomes aware of this,
Mhm.
can I use my summoning types to summon the Charmin Bear, perhaps? And breathe.
your idea makes sense, but I need to figure out why they're doing what they're doing first.
You do your thing.
Did your vague memory say about like what risks there are now?
These things are used. Actually, I'll draw another one, which is the driver.
It's Jason Statham.
Yeah, moving the action on quite forward quite quickly. You get back to the library, and with a relative minimal amount of fuss, find, because you're not a student there anymore,
Yeah.
you are you're a kind of fairly well. Your third circle.
No, in second.
Second circle. Okay, but that's still, you're one of the alumni, and you're relatively well regarded, so you have access to the more restricted works. You get some funny looks when you kind of ask about this, but
Yeah.
you are directed to a book, which is. It's not so much a book, it's a collection of stretched vellum manuscripts.
Like toilet rolls.
Toilet rolls. No. And all of the spells, the first 2 or 3 that you leaf through kind of make you feel, just have that gorge kind of rising.
Yeah.
There's a couple of particularly nasty invocations that can swap out, and they're all like bodily functions based ones. So there's one called Eyes to Onions that basically turns your tear ducts into so they give out onion juice.
Oh my gosh.
And then the smell of onions will make you cry, and it'll just be this never-ending river of onion water.
And pain. Yeah.
So I find the spell that I remember starting to read.
Yes.
And
it's called Conjuring the Licks. Spelled Lix. And they are used for assassination. They are conjured, and the practitioner, and it is stated quite clearly that this is a dark spell, but the practitioner envisages the target as they are
as they are releasing,
but they're not allowed to kind of touch themselves, so they have to engage some other kind of assistance.
Interesting.
Truly, I've said this and you ignored it.
Sorry.
Are you alright?
I'm fine, it wasn't me that made this up.
Do I want to know where this has come from?
I'll tell you at the end of the session if you like. And they are used as assassins.
Okay.
And the person that's envisaged is the target.
Is there any way...
I've got another note which is going to make no sense next week. I've just written Dutch rudder required.
Okay. Because I'm guessing only certain people are allowed to access this area of the library. Would I have had to have signed in?
Yeah.
I'm wondering if it's worth looking at the lists. Who has...
Not just a hat rack, that's all.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't necessarily know people, but...
Do any of the names stick out?
Yeah. Do any of the names seem whatever? Is it a case of that you just sign your name, or is there a I am Adrian of...
There's a sigil.
The orders of... And you have to put your...
There's like
it's dark magic. I can't think it's going to be that frequently accessed.
Mm-hmm. Aside from yourself, it's only been accessed 3 times in the last 15 years.
Woohoo! And the last one of those was me. No.
The last one was like a week ago.
Yeah.
When was the last one?
Um, 15 years previously, is the mark of Abron the Maker.
Because it could be any 3 of these. You know, they could have...
Yeah.
Yep.
Well, you're going to be number 3.
Yeah, I know that.
No, it's number 4.
Oh, you're number 4, okay.
10 years previously was Zarni Whoop.
Yep.
And 8 years previously is a name that you've not come across before, Eminence Front.
Does it say in the spell if there's like a delay, like you can put a delay on it, or is it pretty immediate?
It's
You create and then it goes off once its target kind of thing.
yeah, it's one of those kind of I'm awfully sorry, it's a fire and forget kind of spell, but it does it pretty much straight away.
Right, you do it, innit?
Yeah.
The intended is to be dealt with pretty quickly.
The thing is, though, just because it could have been any three of them, because I can land something today and not use it.
Oh yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's why it could be any three of those. But
And was Miyagi its intended target, or did Miyagi just get in the way and still out to get something else, or does it only ever strike its intended target?
It's eating all the cats,
Exactly.
so I think it's just killing everything that's about.
yeah, is there anything in the spell that it goes beyond? If it goes wrong, say if it goes rogue.
There was nothing in there. It's the spell just has the description how to conjure and guide, and the uses of the elixir as an assassin.
Is that with the guiding?
Yeah.
Did they have to be within a certain distance?
It only works on the same sun.
Oh, okay, so it can be anywhere within the same thing.
But does it have to be kind of a... Oh, there's a bloody big spider out there. Sorry.
Yeah, no, I've seen that on the wall. He tronk.
Oh yeah.
He's on the other side of the window, so we're okay.
What, that one up there?
Yeah, I've seen that.
That's a fly.
Oh, was that a fly?
But
Is he caught in
Thomas
the web?
did mention there was a spider down there somewhere.
Oh, the one outside. He is a chonk. Take him home. 2 seconds.
Oh, flip!
Yeah, he big.
You stay out there.
Yeah. Got 8 legs and everything.
Well, yeah, because
If it only had 6, it would be an ant. And even
They're
then,
right.
oh lordy, he coming. Can you imagine
6
that
legs,
ant
totally
that
fine.
big?
8 legs, no.
Or a cat that big.
I think
A cat that big would be big.
I think I shall call him Boris.
You call all spiders Boris.
I don't call all spiders Boris.
Most.
Some are called Lucas.
Yeah, see, Lucas a spider, totally okay with.
This is just Lucas the teenage
He's
years.
got his own TV show now.
Who's Lucas the spider?
It was a YouTube sensation that was this animator who got his nephew or something to do the
Yeah.
voice of this little jumping spider. But super cute.
Oh, okay.
Super
I don't think that's a jumping spider. It's a jump out spider. To sit there and watch you in the bath spider.
cute. Yeah.
It's like the spider that you used to have in your living room that scuttle along and then sit down and watch television with
Yeah,
you for an
used
hour
to,
and then
live, used,
scuttle
to,
back.
used to live under the TV stand and he'd come and sit on the edge of the rug and watch TV with us.
Okay, so... does
Hey,
it say
put the
what
Jeff
happens?
Goldblum film on. Put the Jeff Goldblum film on.
No, because I want to be able to go to sleep at night knowing that
Yeah,
I'm
but
not
that's
going
what
to
the
get
spider
murdered.
wants to watch, though. That's what the spider was asking for. Put Jeff Goldblum film on.
Oh, I see. Yeah, no, you don't want to see the Jeff Goldblum film.
I've seen the fight, it's terrifying.
It's not scary, it's just gross.
Yeah.
Back to the other, not scary, just gross. What does it say about what happens after the task is complete?
They dissolve.
Okay, so I kind of think if it's gotten away, the task is not yet complete then.
There's a whole list of people.
Or can there be more than one target?
It's normally just the one.
So
So
I'm
Miyagi
going-
and the cat's got in the way.
something went wrong.
It's going for you, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is there anybody else in the building of any kind of import or note who may have made enemies of very
Could be
powerful
a fluffy.
people?
No, it's a bit kind of, self-centered
Who was it
to
that
think
killed
I'm the
Buddy?
only important person there.
No. But
Actually, I
We-
live next door too.
but we
Your other
have,
neighbour's Selena Gomez.
but we have kind of painted rather large targets on our backs with very unnice people.
True. But I'm also made of lava, so I'm not entirely sure fangs would... Anyway, carry on.
That's what makes me think maybe.
It just made me think of that other meme. How come always pee pee when poo poo, but not always poo poo when pee pee?
I think you've had enough internet.
No more internet for you.
No.
Okay, so we know a bit more about that.
Serious kind of question though. Who else does live in your kind of like apartment complex? Is there a another potential target.
Yeah. So I think we only did like Mr. Miyagi and the cat lady, but it's probably 6 appointments, something like that.
Isn't the cat lady Sean Young?
Probably.
Probably
It is
is.
now. It's the cat lady from
It is Sean Young.
yeah.
Which one?
She was Rachel in Blade Runner. She was Einhorn in Ace Ventura.
Oh yeah.
Where do you know Sean Young
Look
from?
at his Einhorn! Einhorn's a man! Oh, how inappropriate that movie is now.
I know we did like loads of work on the house.
Not
Huh?
not massively.
We did when we first started. We were like had to design our neighbourhood and our
Mhm.
house. I mean, these weird boxes that we had to lock, and but I can't find anything written about any of that.
See, I avoided all of that because I had a bindle.
Oh well.
Well, I did have a pub that was above a shop with loads of shops, but got taken over by the spoons.
Yeah. Session 0, the neighbourhoods and houses. Charlie House on the developments. Thomas the orrery. Kelly flat masonette over a pub. Dave itinerant.
Maybe because it was in a development, wasn't it? It was up and coming.
Yeah.
Did it?
Maybe
Up and
it's
coming?
come up. Yeah. Maybe actually there's people who are a bit more.
Gentrification.
Yeah.
Have you seen Kimmy Schmidt? Oh, sorry.
So what are you gonna do?
I think we need to go back and have a chit chat with the gang.
I think we chat with Mr. Miyagi. See if anybody's moved in recently. Because I've not been back there a whole lot really.
No.
I've not
You kind of
maintained
moved
community.
into the rows with us, guys.
Basically, I mean, I do go back every now and again, but not to socialise, so I haven't really been keeping tabs on what's going on. Chat if there's anybody new been moving in or anything odd or anything else. If it is, follow that up. If not, then, well, either way, look at ways that we can flush this thing out.
Oh, yep. You make me happy.
Okay. So you're going back to
My house.
apartment, okay. So we have the hidden moon.
Who lives in Bum?
No, that's not what I'm thinking. Because when you said Eminence Front, as in the Who song,
Yep.
Eminence Front, and Keith Moon is the drum or was the drummer for the Who.
Not magic.
Not Magic.
We talk a lot about the sun, but the moon has much influence over our lives. It just does it more subtly and quietly. The moon is stealthy. It comes at night. It hides amidst the treetops and behind tall buildings. Its light is soft and dim. It hides so that it can peer ahead unnoticed and catch a glimpse of even those things even it should not see. The ever-changing moon reflects our changing nature, our bodies and our minds. It represents intuition. The moon is present when we feel more than we think. When something just feels right or feels wrong, that might be the moon's influence. It also represents inspiration, a sudden new idea. When hidden moon is played, something new begins. It suggests looking forward, not backwards. But what's coming ahead may be but dangerous rather than beneficial, so be wary. Game narrative. A new NPC arrives, an NPC has an idea, the PCs learn of a new NPC they can talk to in order to gain some insights.
Eminence
Not magic.
Front. I just had this image in my head of
Maybe Eminence Front has moved into my complex.
maybe the spider's looking in and he wants to join us.
Do you want that?
Is Eminence Front a collective? Like the Judean People's Front? Fuck space.
So with your thing, we kind of described it as being like a Spanish villa. So it's on 3 sides around a courtyard, yeah? So,
I was imagining it as 4 sides, like a little gated bit going in.
okay, so Miyagi was in the gated bit because he was like the caretaker.
Yeah.
And then he had that bit. Then there were you and the cat lady on the top floor, or the bottom floor.
So the way I imagined it,
Yeah.
this is a pool in the middle,
Yeah.
and 4 bits around, all single story.
Yeah.
There's like a gate that goes in. Miyagi's apartment, because he owns it, is like one whole side.
Yeah.
And then me and cat lady, or cat lady and me.
Yeah.
And then 1, 2, and then 1, 2. So there's
Okay.
4 more people.
So there's
who
4
don't
more
know.
people
Yeah.
that can be going in there. Okay, no worries. Names for new people. So we have
IP Freely, attorney at law.
you been an attorney at anything else?
I don't know.
It's like a pan-fried steak. What else is he going to be fried in it? Kalanga.
Sauce?
Still a pan.
Grill.
Griddle.
Yeah. Griddled steak.
Griddle pan.
No, but a griddle on like a flame griddle.
A skillet, like a big skillet.
Yeah.
I suppose.
Yeah.
But that's griddled and not fried.
Oven fried.
Baked.
Air fried.
Ooh.
We haven't tried a steak in the air fryer
We
yet.
haven't. But we have tried pork.
Pork in the air fryer is good.
Fish, salmon.
Salmon's good.
Yeah.
They're looking to get in there fire.
It has been game changing, particularly the jacket potatoes. Just spray with fry light, stick them in, bring them out. Don't need butter, don't need anything. It's just
Delish.
Cool.
Have we tried chips in it yet?
I've done frozen chip. Not done like
Homemade
frozen,
chips.
but I've done homemade chips. That's the first thing I did.
You need to parboil them.
No.
No, just chop them and stick
Just
them in.
chop them and chuck them in.
Oh, that's
You've got to like give
game-changing.
them. You got to make sure that they're like kind of got a
Good spread.
good spread out on them and stuff. But wedges is great.
Mm.
We've only got a 4 litre one, so you guys would probably need a bit slightly bigger.
Yeah.
But
Do full English in it, apart from the eggs.
bacon in it, good.
Bacon, mushrooms,
Tomato.
sausages.
Nice crispy bacon.
Cool. We shall look at this.
Yeah, so you get a list of the other names of the people that have moved in. There's IP Freely, the attorney at law.
As their neighbours, is it going to be like Scott and Charlene?
There is a guy who seems to be doing a lot of art, paintings, by the name of Oswestry.